Benin Electricity Distribution Company (BEDC) say they don't spend 8.5 billion naira to take buy light for Edo and other states for 1 month. The people for light matter for Edo and other states (BEDC) talk say they don't spend an average of 8.5 billion to take buy light from the Nigerian Bulk Electricity Trading Company for Edo, Delta, Ondo and Ekiti states. BEDC Managing Director Madam Funke Osibodu wey talk this one for Benin when she dey talk to Tori people, say upon the money wey dem don use take buy light for people still dey hold BEDC heavily.
Today I will update you on the developments in the power sector in general and BEDC's operation, whilst inviting you for feedback and then providing other clarifications as you might want to see. There are a few headings I'm just going to talk about, which you know about, but sometimes it's good to re-emphasize them. You are all aware about the tariff change regime, where we now have 5 bands in terms of the tariff. There is band A, and I always like to use this opportunity to understand. Is there any band A customer here? Because you are all our customers. Any band A customer here? Those in band A are those who enjoy 20 hours and above. Anybody enjoying? Okay. These are band A customer. Okay. There is a band B, those who enjoy between 20 and 16 hours. Anybody here? Between 20 and 16 hours, okay? We have one there. Also, there's band C, those who enjoy less than 16 hours, but minimum of 12 hours. Anybody here in band C? Between 12 and 16 hours? Okay, that's one of us here. Then there's band D, those who get less than 12 hours, but minimum of 8 hours. Anybody between 8 and 12 hours? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then there's band E, those who get less than 8 hours, subject to a minimum of 4 hours. Anybody here with that? Okay? But there are quite a number of us here that didn't also put up our hands. I was just using this to gauge the distribution in the room. But the whole essence of having that tiering, and the higher your band, the higher your rate, is to start a process of what is called cost-reflective tariff, paying for the reality of the cost of power. And those who are in locations with less, paying less, but over time, the intention is to migrate everybody to a full cost-reflective tariff. We are pleased to note that since the commencement of SRT, we call it SRT, Service Reflective Tariff, we have been doing our best to improve on each of the bands. But very often, a season like this, rainy season, can disrupt a lot of things. And the expectation is that you provide this type of range for the different ranges over a 60-day period. That's the essence of this. It's not expected that everything is rosy, every day will be there. Some days you will get 22 hours or 24 hours and you wonder what has gone right. And another day you may just collapse at this end. But the key thing about this change is that, unlike before, for some of you that have been here before, I used to say that, look, we don't have enough carpets to be able to do what is expected, because we were allowed only 3 billion carpets. And 3 billion to do everything, including metering, etc. So it's been impossible to move. But from this year, that regime has changed. And that regime means we have a higher capex that can cover a lot of our requirements. We're going procurement process now. So you are seeing some of the things that are happening. So I would say that better days are ahead as the money we are spending improves the network. I want to move on to also something that is very important to us and which we would like you to help us to project very well for people, and I will explain why. This is the debt rescheduling team. There's a lot of money owed where people don't pay their bills. Before the end of the year, you will see much more seriousness in making sure that customers do not continue to owe. Because for every amount they owe, they are part of the problem that does not help for the development. The portion that government is subsidizing in the last 2 years is no longer going to be applicable. You will see it in the newspaper. So tariff will be at cost reflective level. We are expected to provide the service, and customer is expected to pay for that service. And we are expected to make sure that the customers pay.
Madam Fouke talk say e dey pain dem no be small, sake of say only 50% na im the people dey remit, say e dey affect their work no be small. She come talk say dem don do am so that people wey dey use dis light go dey pay. Say dem don bring one ogbonge scheme wey be say discount go dey follow who no dey pay for light, so that with time dem go fit pay wetin dem dey owe.
We have a debt rescheduling scheme. I don't know how many of you know about it. Anybody here knows about it? Okay? 1, 2 people, 3 people. Okay? It basically goes like this, and it's meant to be one of our own, in quote, methodology of saying this is our own contribution as palliative also to every customer. First is we give you a discount ranging between 5 and 25% on whatever you owe. The size depends on, I think, the size of the debt, etc. Up to 25% gone. You make a down payment of 25%. The remaining you pay over 4 years. Am I correct? 4 years. 60 months. Okay, the maximum is up to even 5 years, 60 months. So that what you pay on a monthly basis is low. And for those who say, look, I don't want all this debt. My life is not about borrowing, debt. I want to pay off front. We give you another 5% discount. So technically, some people can get up to 30% discount. The only catch is agree to the debt rescheduling and going forward, pay your bill. In addition, and this is one of the decisions we took very recently, those who have agreed to it and put themselves in the rescheduling plan, those who do not have meter, we quickly go to start a process to meter them so that their regime of estimated bill is over. For those who have meter, of course, you still benefit and just make sure you pay your bill. If you don't pay your bill and you miss paying the bill, all the discount goes away. So it's meant to help us to change our culture. And the importance of it, I still want to re-emphasize. Before the end of the year, you will see much more seriousness in making sure that customers do not continue to owe. Because for every amount they owe, they are part of the problem that does not help for the development. The portion that government is subsidizing in the last 2 years is no longer going to be applicable. You will see it in the newspaper. So tariff will be at cost reflective level. We are expected to provide the service, and customer is expected to pay for that service. And
This one at the tori wey we carry come give una on top BEDC light matter. As Benin Electricity Distribution Company (BEDC) say dem don spend 8.5 billion naira to take buy light for Edo and other states for 1 month. My name na Ehimema Ihimi from BEDC Corporate Headquarters for Benin.